Pleased to be here one more time this year, present Serbia, but also the region, because I also truly believe that it has a huge potential that we should utilize much more in the future. In terms of, if we talk about Serbia, the key priority projects are certainly the so-called mini Schengen initiative, or the initiative that really relates to 4 freedoms. Full movement, full freedom of movement of goods, services, capital, and people within the Western Balkans. I'm very pleased to say that we are already doing this together with Albania and North Macedonia. I hope others will join soon, because that really is something that can, in the most tangible possible way, contribute to us being presented as one unified market, and also as a place which offers a very different future to the youth in the Balkans. And the second initiative is certainly the infrastructure and connectivity agenda. We've finalized in 2019 Corridor 10, meaning that now you can, through Serbia, go from Croatia and Hungary to North Macedonia and Bulgaria fully by highway. We are continuing to build the highway to Montenegro. We have started the highway to Sarajevo, and we are planning another one. And then hopefully by the end of the year, as Suma said, we will start the so-called Highway of Peace, which EBRD will probably fund as well, which is extremely important, the highway from Niš to Pristina, to Tirana, to port of Durrës. So mini Schengen, connectivity, free flow of goods, services, capital and people, and infrastructure. I think we've seen in the past year increasing political challenges in the region, unfortunately, again. And at the same time, on the other hand, thanks to these kind of forums, as well as the Berlin process, we have also seen increasing number of cooperation agreements signed, which have really tangible results for the people in the region, such as, for example, the roaming agreement for the region. So on the political level, again, there are some challenges that need to be resolved that perhaps come also from the fact that European perspective has been a little bit lost after the fact that Albania and North Macedonia did not get a green light to start negotiations. So I hope that decision is reversed in the near future. It's important. It's not just important for North Macedonia and Albania, but for the region as a whole. And unfortunately, we had this 100% taxes imposed by Pristina on the goods from central Serbia, but also Bosnia and Herzegovina, which wasn't a good sign for the regional trade. Which again, I hope Mr. Korte will reconsider, because I think that we need to be thinking in terms of really what we can do to facilitate trade and trade between us, investment and business enabling environment, things like that. We need to be much more pragmatic about these things, because I think at the end of the day, all the people living in the region expect that from us, because they want to see a different future. And we really truly have, I think, a whole lot of potentials. And we really truly have, I think, a whole lot of potentials. I think we are living also, we have the advantage of running our countries and running our economies at a very interesting time of fourth industrial revolution that provides special opportunities, specific opportunities precisely for us and the countries and the economies of our size So I think we need to go back to really thinking in terms of pragmatism and what we can do to actually increase the quality of life of our people every day, and there is so much we can do. And I'm thankful for all the investors that are here today. I think one specific opportunity for all of us is to allow for more public-private partnerships. We need, even with the help of EBRD and other investment institutions such as European Investment Bank, World Bank, and others, there is so much room for public-private partnerships so that we foster infrastructural development, energy transition, environmental protection, and so on and so forth. And so I do encourage investors to approach us with perhaps, private initiatives for PPPs that we can then move forward as governments. So.
Many investors here in the room, why should they come to your country? What is it that's particularly attractive about the investment climate you think about your country? Anna Brnabić, I'll ask you to start.
Thank you. Well, firstly, I'd like to say that in 2019, Serbia has again been ranked #1, so the world leader in greenfield foreign direct investment attraction, and this is the second time in the last 3 years that we have been ranked as the world leader in FDI attraction by the Financial Times, which I think accounts very well for what we have done in the past 6 or so years in terms of reforms in the country. Macroeconomic stability, fiscal consolidation, those are all the reforms that have already been implemented in Serbia and are currently providing for results. At the same time, we have invested a lot of time, money, all other resources into actually building a more business-friendly environment. So in the past 5 years, we have moved up as much as 49 places on the World Bank Doing Business list, and we are currently ranked 44. We are ranked even better in the World Bank's Human Capital Index, which basically accounts for the thing that I think is the most important for a country, both politically and economically, and that's human resources. And according to the World Bank, we are ranked 27th in the world in human capital, which is right next to Belgium and better than countries like Luxembourg, Spain, Estonia. So this is something that is, I think, that is one of the key strengths for Serbia. In terms of the foreign direct investments, we have completed 2019 with 3.8 billion euros foreign direct investments, which is the record high. In 2018, we had 3.5 billion. 2017, we had 2.6 billion. So you can see that the investors' interest in Serbia is not just steadily increasing, but I think is really moving up quite dramatically, which then translates into a very sustainable GDP growth, economic growth. In 2018, 4.4%, 2019, 4.2%, 4.0% is envisioned for this year, although 2019, 3.5 was envisioned and we achieved 4.2. So quite good. Serbia is currently, as of 1st of January 2018, by far the most competitive country if you want to invest in research and development, IT, innovation, and intellectual property in general. Currently, for intellectual property that is developed in Serbia, the corporate profit tax is only 3% instead of standard 15%. The costs or the investment in research and development is double counted for tax purposes. So the tax base is even lower. You can combine these two. So if you invest in innovation and research and development, intellectual property in Serbia, then the corporate profit tax is almost 0%, because we want to start this transformation of our economy from labor-intensive investment-driven to innovation-driven. We have started a really significant reform of our educational sector to support this transformation. So today in Serbia, coding and programming is mandatory subjects as of the 5th grade in the primary school when kids are 11 years old. We have increased the capacity of our tech universities to enroll more students by 30% thus far. We have introduced new subjects such as master classes in Fourth Industrial Revolution, so Master 4.0. And in general, we are the country with the fastest growing IT sector in Europe. Just 2019, the exports of our IT sector was a little bit more than 1.4 billion. This is something that we see as a key driver of our transformation in the future and a key driver of our growth in the future, and I would like to invite you to be part of that transformation.
Danas smo pričali o tome da je Srbija u ovom trenutku 6. ili 7. zemlja ukupno po investicijama EBRD-a, a da bi EBRD voleo i da misli da postoji veliki potencijal da tokom 2020. ili 2021. godine Srbija bude jedna od prvih 5 zemalja po tome koliko je Evropska banka za obnovu i razvoj investirala. Ono što će biti veliki prostor u budućnosti je svakako ta zelena tranzicija, odnosno energetska transformacija Srbije, kao i generalno zelena ekonomija, zaštita životne sredine i sve ono što će svakako biti i naš veliki fokus u budućnosti. Suma Čakrabarti je rekao da, slušajući moje izlaganje na panelu, bio izuzetno srećan zato što je ono što smo mi u Srbiji postavili kao osnovne prioritete su upravo prioriteti Evropske banke za obnovu i razvoj i da će sledeća agenda ili investicioni paket EBRD-a biti lako za planirati zato što će praktično samo nastaviti da prate naše prioritete. Palmer će se vidjeti sa predsjednikom Vučićem tokom njegove posete Vašingtonu. Ja ću se vidjeti još jednom sa gospodinom Palmerom na samitu u Delfiju na kome ću prisustvovati ispred vlade Republike Srbije, a očekujem da će uskoro posetiti i on Beograd pa ćemo razgovarati o svim temama koje imamo. Ono što je zaključak je da je regionalna stabilnost apsolutno najvažnija tema i politički i ekonomski. I tu se mi slažemo sa Sjedinjenim Američkim Državama, ne slažemo se po našim pogledima na neke od stvari i šta je uzrok, a šta je posledica nekih od trenutnih nestabilnosti u regionu. Svakako ostajemo da razgovaramo o tome, ali je Srbiji u interesu regionalne stabilnosti. Kada mene, recimo, Matthew Palmer pita šta je to što mi govorimo o Dodiku kada se vidimo sa Dodikom, ja mu kažem da je to apsolutno isto što i mi govorimo kada razgovaramo o ovim temama u javnosti ili na skupovima kao što je ovaj. Dakle, apsolutno isto. Srbiji je regionalna stabilnost jedna od najvažnijih stvari. Pored evropskih integracija, u smislu spoljne politike, regionalna stabilnost je stvar u kojoj mi daleko najviše ulažemo. Na kraju krajeva i kroz tu takozvanu mini Schengen inicijativu koju je pokrenuo predsjednik Vučić. Kada govorimo o Bosni i Hercegovini, mi smo garant Dejtonskog sporazuma, ali imamo specijalne posebne veze sa Republikom Srpskom, što ne krijemo i što je naše pravo, ali naša i obaveza, ali nam je u tom, kad god govorimo o Bosni i Hercegovini, kada god govorimo o Republici Srpskoj, važno je da podržavamo regionalnu stabilnost i to je ono što mi razgovaramo i sa gospodinom Dodikom i mislim da tu ne postoje tajne. Dakle, mi imamo specijalne posebne odnose sa Republikom Srpskom, to je naše pravo, naša želja, to je naša i obaveza, ali to ni na koji način ne ugrožava Bosnu i Hercegovinu, već upravo suprotno. Mislim i da svi ostali u Bosni i Hercegovini trebaju na to da gledaju kao na ruku pruženu Bosni i Hercegovini, jer to znači i autoput, čak 2 pravca iz Srbije ka Sarajevu, to znači i ulaganje ekonomsko, pa to znači otvaranje fabrike Jumko, koja nije u Republici Srpskoj, već u Drvaru. Dakle, to znači zaista pruženu ruku prema Bosni i Hercegovini i to tako treba gledati. Pa nije to bilo ništa novo za mene, to je on već ranije govorio. Dakle, ja nisam želela da mu repliciram zato što smo mi ovde pre svega da predstavimo naše zemlje ekonomski. Meni je bilo važno da predstavim ekonomski ne samo celu Srbiju, već i ceo region, zato što ponovo naša budućnost zavisi u velikoj meri od toga kakva je budućnost ovog celog regiona. Ali ono što je važno je da ponovim još jednom, situacija je tu izuzetno jednostavna. Dakle, mi imamo potpisane neke sporazume. Jedan od prvih sporazuma koji mora da se poštuje je CEFTA sporazum. Dakle, ne možete razgovarati o recipročnim merama ili da li se nešto poštuje ili se nešto ne poštuje. Sve jasno piše u CEFTA sporazumu. Dakle, ono što mi zahtevamo da svi poštuju CEFTA sporazum, uključujući i Prištinu i privremene institucije samouprave u Prištini. Dakle, sve pored toga, otvaranje bilo koje teme van CEFTA sporazuma je ulaženje u neku sivu zonu u kojoj bi svako od nas mogao da kaže ja mislim da bih trebao da uvedemo ovo ili mislim da bih trebao da uvedemo ono. Dakle, uzmite, pogledajte CEFTA sporazum. CEFTA sporazum je sporazum koji mi želimo da se poštuje i to je to. Ako vam se nešto ne sviđa u CEFTA sporazumu, možete na sekretarijatu CEFTA da pokrenete te teme pa da vidimo dalje kako će svi ostali u okviru CEFTA prema njima da se postave. To je jedini način da mi damo sliku ozbiljnih partnera, pre svega prema investitorima iz Evropske unije, Sjedinjenih Američkih Država, Kine, Rusije, Ujedinjenih Arapskih Emirata ili bilo gde drugde. Dakle, ne mere reciprociteta, nego CEFTA sporazum. Više smo pričali o situaciji u Bosni i Hercegovini i u Crnoj Gori u smislu regionalne stabilnosti i koliko sada najnoviji politički potresi mogu da utiču i na regionalnu stabilnost i na ekonomsku situaciju u Srbiji i kako Srbija gleda na to. Dakle, zaista nismo čak ni jednom rečenicom pomenuli takse u Prištini, ni novu prištinsku administraciju, tako da to možda najbolje pokazuje to koliko u ovom trenutku Sjedinjene Američke Države sa jedne strane razmišljaju o tome šta je moguće, kakva je moguća destabilizacija u Bosni i Hercegovini i koliko ozbiljno oni prate situaciju u Bosni i Hercegovini, ali sa druge strane svakako čini mi se govori o tome koliko je ambasador Grenell preuzeo u potpunosti razgovor između Beograda i Prištine, odnosno odnose Beograda i Prištine i šta će se dalje dešavati sa taksama.